What's up, everybody? Slickpits here. It's time for do yet another review. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Sunday, so we call it Slickpits Sunday. Woohoo! That'd be kind of cool. So, real quick, you guys remember a week or so ago I did a review on my. I gotta stop looking over here when my actual camera's over here. I did a review on my Gringo S that I gotten. Still loving the helmet, and I had to add something to it. So what I went out and did is I picked up myself a Bluetooth so I could be able to communicate and stuff. Not a bad little unit. I'm not super stoked, super happy on this. This is a motorcycle Bluetooth helmet for a full face helmet, and you can see this little thing. This is the guy I got from Amazon. The wonderful world of Amazon. So it says this thing is the Motor Rider S #1 choice model E1. I was looking through them and I was scrolling. I'm like, man, I'm not going to spend a lot of money on this thing right now. I got to just get something. I've got to take off to North Carolina in a couple of weeks. I wanted to have a Bluetooth system because I needed sound in this bad boy. I've tried putting on some earbuds, and with the way this helmet fits, it pushed really too tight. There's no squeezing earbuds in there. Not happening. So I'm like, well, I could put some speakers in this bad boy with a Bluetooth system. So that's why I wanted to have something. And I wanted to be that sub $40, $50 range. This thing was in at $35 on Amazon. So I figured, hey, let me see the reviews. This one even had a little video of a young guy who bought one, said his was awesome. The reviews are really good. I looked at a handful of them, and I looked at some of the reviews, and some were complete just junk. This one had good reviews, 4 to 4.5 stars all the way around. I'm like, cool. Really? I put this thing in, and yes, I got on my bike. I got on my '05 Road King and put it around the neighborhood. And you know what? Hey, I threw on some sound. I'm like, all right, cool. I can get down with this. Throw on some sound. I could hear the speakers. It took me just a few minutes to get the thing in. Took it for a ride, and hey, yeah, oh man, geez, this is kind of cool. Made sure, and I called my wife from it to see, hey, honey, how does it sound? And she's like, oh man, it sounds good. It sounds like, I could barely hear the bike in the background. Cool. I'll continue that part of it here shortly. So what you get in this package is, of course, the unit. Then on the inside, you're going to have, it's wired in, and I've got speaker pockets in this helmet. So on both sides in here, in the recessed area, the helmet, the speakers actually have little Velcro pads. Stick the Velcro pads in there. They stick in, and so when I put the helmet on, I don't feel it. I can't feel any roughness and stuff. It just goes on smooth, just like it doesn't have it in there. Fitment is great. This just sticks on. It's not clipped or anything. It's stuck on. It's got 3M tape, so it's nice and it's solid. It's on there. It's good. Then this clips onto the clip. Really easy to use. It's a single push button. It automatically goes into the Bluetooth linking mode, so you can hook right up to your phone. It's supposed to be able to link to another Bluetooth device. I haven't tried it yet with another Bluetooth device. Pretty simple on top. You've got a plus and a minus for volume, and with that plus or minus button, if you tap it twice real quick, then it'll skip songs for you back and forth. Now we will get back to the actual usage of it. Sound quality on this thing when you're above 50 miles an hour is absolute trash. I will say that. Full on, it is junk. I get above 50 miles an hour, and this helmet is actually really quiet helmet. There's not a lot of wind noise or anything in this helmet, and it actually drowns out the sound of my bike pretty well. I couldn't hear this thing for nothing. It sounds like you're playing music inside of a tin can on the other side of the planet. Voice, I've talked on the phone a few times with it, cruising up the road, and it doesn't do bad. It has a lot to be desired. There's no bass. There's no adjusting that. I even got into the settings in my phone to. I've got a Galaxy Note 20 5G Ultra that has a lot of really cool sound features in it, and I turned that all the way up as much as I could, and adjusted the EQ, and nothing. It was just nothing. No good changes. So the sound in this thing, poor quality for high range, for high speed. Complete honesty, dude. I'm when I'm on the freeway, I'm 70, 80 miles an hour all the time. If I'm doing a ride for distance and stuff, and if I'm on a highway, I'm probably sitting at 80 miles an hour. And if I can't hear, when these things are literally right there next to my ears and it's not giving me sound quality, then it's just junk. So my intention was to pick up a Cena 10C with the camera. That's really the goal that I wanted. The only reason I didn't get it yet is I've been saving pennies for this big trip coming up here in another week and a half that I'm super excited about ready to get on the road. So yeah. So you get what you pay for. At the end of the day, you get what you pay for. I will be returning this system. I think it was a complete waste of my money. I think it was complete trash. When you get onto Amazon and you're going to look at a bunch of these things, when I started doing even more research on what really has high sound quality and design quality, the vast majority are made by Cena. All the good reviews are made by Cena. There are a couple of others out there. Make sure you go down in my comment section, give me a comment what kind of headset you use, what kind of comm system you have and stuff, and your thoughts on it. It seems that the vast majority that I read that had really high results, really high ratings and stuff, ran about the $200 range for the vast majority of them. $200 is really what you should be spending if you want something that is a solid, high quality with good tone, good volume and everything in the ears. So hey, I went cheap this time. I will give this actually 2 thumbs down on this unit. It was a complete waste of my time, my money, my energy, and yeah, mistakes making, but hey, I'm going to return it for a refund. Next one will definitely be the Cena that I should have bought in the first place. Outside of that, I greatly appreciate everybody. Make sure if you dig my content, you go right down there, you hit that groovy little subscribe button. Check me out. I'm always on Instagram and Facebook and all over the place. I'm Slickpits. I'll be on the road soon, and I'm going to bust out my cameras and videos and really get back into doing some good quality video. I've got to get a new mount for my camera on my bike. I thought I had a second one, and somebody stole my other one. Someone stole my mount for my GoPro that I had mounted to my crash bar. I guess he needed it, or she needed it more than I did. So, but hey, from me to you, keep your rubber on the road, stay safe out there, and I'll be talking to you soon. Slickpits out.